What's up guys, TheMainManSWE here, hoping you're all doing awesome as usual. So on Reddit I saw someone ask the question, how do I get good at Tekken? It's something I see a lot in my YouTube comment section or in the Twitch chat, you know, on my channel. People are unsure of how to approach this game, and of course I can see that happening. It's extremely intimidating, Tekken 7, like the knowledge needed, the huge character roster, you know, all the unique moves, and the characters are very different from each other. You need a lot of execution for the movement. So in this video I'm gonna try and break down, at least from my perspective, what you need to become good at this game. So first of all, you're going to need a lot of time. A lot of Tekken veterans, you know, say like, oh, you better quit your job, you know, you need to be unemployed for about 2 years, forget about having a girlfriend or family or any other hobbies. And this is of course hyperbole, you know, it's an exaggeration, but there is a lot of truth to it in the end, because it is a very complicated game. You're going to need a lot of passion and motivation to become good, you know, because it is going to take time. So to help that, and help in the motivation area, you know, I would pick a character I really like. So this is step one, find a character that suits you. And try to experiment with different characters, because they are quite different from each other, and chances are, you know, if you play one character too much, you might get tired of the game quickly. So I would experiment and find a character you feel really suits you. And the most important aspect of getting good at Tekken is to, as quickly as possible, play with a reaction-based playstyle. And what is that? What is a reaction-based playstyle? Well, you know how the dude that's listening to this video right now, you know how you like to start a round by going like this? Oh, when I start a round, I like to do this crushing move. Boom, and you just do it, no matter what. Or, oh, I'm gonna sidestep now, and boom, I'm gonna do this huge crushing move that's very punishable. What a reaction-based playstyle is that you take a look at your opponent, you know, as much as you can at the start of a match. What does he like to do? Is he very predictable? Does he abuse something? Does he like to step when I do this move? You know, analyze your opponent. And when you do something like, imagine you're playing Lily. You like to step and do Matterhorn. That's down 3+4, her huge launcher. That's launch punishable. What a great player does is step the opponent, and if he sees that the opponent throws something out, he's going to confirm and launch with the Matterhorn, you know, so that he doesn't needlessly leave himself exposed. What a lesser player does is, no matter what the opponent does, he just steps and does the Matterhorn, you know, because he's like, oh, I'm just gonna do this. Hopefully he does an attack, you know, and I can punish it. So that's what a reaction-based playstyle is. You don't do anything unless there's an opening by the opponent. You know, you wait for the opponent to give you something, and then you react to that appropriately. And you need a lot of knowledge to do the good reactions and answers. But as much as possible, refrain from playing on autopilot and doing the flowcharts. You know, if you play Law, for example, don't do, oh, I always like to do 4 up 3 or 1 2 3 into a double flip or into down 2 3. Stop with the autopilot and see what your opponent gives you and react to that. This is the most important thing when it comes to becoming a good Tekken player. And lab everything. Did you just have an annoying matchup? Or, oh my god, that Brian did this string and I have no idea what to do against that. Go into practice mode, set the dummy to do that string, and see what you can do about that string. And you're going to need a lot of muscle memory. So for example, if there's a matchup you have a hard time with, set the dummy to do the 5 most annoying moves of that character's arsenal, in your opinion. And then just listen to me now, stay in practice mode for 2 hours and have the dummy repeat the moves over and over. And in the end, you should have a good sense of what the animations look like, and you block them, you know, and you react to them. Because in the end, in Tekken, it's not just the knowledge of knowing how to counter a move, but you also have to be able to recognize that move, you know, with proper muscle memory. because you have to react subconsciously, you know. Oh, I'm gonna duck and launch, you know, and that only comes with experience with the animations. And I would also tell you to play a lot of online ranked. And this can sound annoying because ranked battle, there's a lot of cheese there and cheesy characters, but that's the whole thing, you know. That's what competitive Tekken is. Everyone does anything they can to win, and you have to learn how to deal with that. So play a lot of online ranked, in my opinion. This is where you get, it's invaluable, the experience you get in ranked, in my opinion. And this is also where you see the most popular flowcharts with each character, and you can learn how to deal with those. That's super important. And you need to practice movement. Movement is very difficult, but when you reach a certain level, you know, people will have good movement, and those who have good movement will always win against those who have crap movement, because if you have good movement, you're going to control the match, you know. You can't touch someone who has twice as good movement as you. It's impossible. And I'm gonna tell you to have fun. And, you know, at first, if you lose a lot, don't see that as something extremely detrimental, you know. Try and have fun and play for the small things. And what do I mean when I say the small things? Oh, you might have lost the game, but you landed that awesome punish. You were able to sidestep that move, you know, you learned something in the match. That's what I went for when I was in green ranks years ago in Tag 2 with the Mishimas. I lost all the time, but I was like, oh, I managed to sidestep that Ling super annoying kick, or I electric punished Ling's back turn 4. You know, stuff like that where you feel like that was a big accomplishment. And, you know, it really helps, in my opinion, to, I mean, take pride in the small things you do. And also, one of the most important aspects in becoming a great Tekken player is to be unpredictable, you know. And this falls into that reaction-based playstyle. Don't fall for this autopilot thing, you know, where you're like, oh, with Kazuya, I always do forward 4 into down forward 2. A good opponent will see that immediately, wait for the down forward 2, and punish you. You know, you have to be unpredictable. You don't want the opponent to get a read on you very easily. And this is something I have to keep in mind all the time. I mean, you know how much I like electrics and how much I like to do electric on block into another electric. And good players always make me pay for this, and they duck the second electric and they launch me, and I'm like, oh my god, you're having too much fun now, main man. So that's something I have to take into consideration as well all the time. Be unpredictable, you know. Oh, for a while you can go for the no mix-up, you know, I'll just do hell sweep. But then suddenly I'm gonna go for, you know, mids, or then mix, mid-low. Now I'm gonna do throws, now I'm just going to be super defensive, you know. Mix up your play style, it really helps a lot. So that's, in my opinion, the stuff you need to become a great Tekken player. I hope this helped you. If you have any questions, feel free to join my Discord and try and contact me there, or talk to other people there. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and take care.